Jesus Our True Friend, Stories to Fill Your Heart with Joy, by Sally Lloyd-Jones, and read by David Suchet. The two sisters Jesus loved. The story of Mary and Martha from Luke chapter 10. Mary and Martha were two of Jesus' best friends. One day, Jesus and his helpers made a special trip to see them. "It's Jesus!" cried Mary. "I'll get the food," said Martha, immediately setting to work, fluffing up cushions, tidying, offering everyone a seat, rushing in and out of the kitchen, making a list. In no time she had the onions chopped, the garlic minced, and the stew on the stove. Meanwhile, Mary sat at Jesus' feet, listening to him teach about God's love. Jesus was here, and all she wanted was to be close to him. Now, this was a strange thing because in those days women never sat at a teacher's feet. Sitting at a teacher's feet meant you were the student, and girls weren't allowed to be students. Only boys were allowed to learn. Because people back then thought that girls weren't as important as boys. But Jesus wasn't like other people. He knew girls were just as important. And so he welcomed Mary at his feet, like all his other disciples. Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, poor Martha's to-do list was getting longer and longer. Oh, Jesus was here and she wanted everything to be perfect. All the preparations, so many things, and she kept thinking of even more things. There was dough to knead, bread to bake, meat to grill. And what about the figs, the olives, the grapes? Oh, don't forget the cucumbers! Oh, dear! Poor Martha was starting to have a bad day. She was frantically busy and much, much too hot, and in the kitchen all the time. And Mary was just sitting there, not helping her. Why wasn't she helping her? Martha could feel she was beginning to get very angry. Her anger was simmering, bubbling up, boiling over, until she couldn't help it. She stormed into the room, interrupting Jesus. "Jesus, don't you care that sister of mine has left me to do all the work? Tell her to help me." There was a horrified silence. Martha had just scolded Jesus and told him what to do, and said he didn't care. But with great tenderness and gentleness, Jesus said, "Martha, dear Martha." And he looked at her with such kindness that her eyes filled with sudden tears. There was an ocean of love in his heart for her. "Martha, you're doing all these wonderful things for me." He looked at the magnificent feast Martha had prepared. "But the things on your list, they're making you anxious and unhappy. You're like a capsized boat being tossed along and swept away by all your worries. They're pulling you away from me. Don't let them keep you from me. Don't let anything keep you from me." Martha gulped. She'd been trying to do it all, but she'd missed the most important thing of all. Jesus beckoned for Martha to come and sit close to him. "What you're carrying is too heavy for you," he said. "Why don't you give me all your worries and troubles?" Jesus loved Martha. She didn't need to do anything for Jesus to love her. She didn't need to make everything perfect. She didn't need to pass any kind of test at all. Because Jesus had come to free God's children from all of that.